Shot clock turned off. Calgary. Hall. 8 to shoot. Hall. The runner. Loose ball. It's good. With 4.4 to go. Shannon.
Don't want to foul.
Shannon from the corner. And it's over. Gonzaga. The slipper still fits.
Believe it or not, it was 11 years ago that my CBS colleague Gus Johnson immortalized the ascension of Gonzaga basketball as the 10th seeded Zags edged Florida to reach their first Elite Eight. But instead of turning into a pumpkin at midnight, this Cinderella has kept dancing in the NCAA tournament every single year since, reaching the Sweet 16 4 more times. They could very well do it again this year. And to talk about this program and this team, we are pleased to welcome from Spokane, Washington, Coach Mark Few. We had some technical difficulties with our satellite feed from Spokane, so Coach Few has joined us on the telephone. Mark, thanks for being on the show. And, of course, it was right after that win over Florida that you became the head coach for Gonzaga basketball. Most mid-major programs, when they make that kind of a run in the tournament, they lose their players, they peter out, and they're basically never heard from again. Yet you all have been able to keep it going at that same level. How have you managed to do it?
Well, it's clearly, I think, the most significant thing that we've been able to do up here at Gonzaga is stay relevant. You know, we didn't want to be a one-hit wonder. We didn't want to be a flash in the pan. And since that little sound bite, since that game down in Arizona against Florida, we built a new arena. We've, pretty much changed everything in regards to how we operate day to day in the basketball environment.
And you know, the irony, Mark, of Gus's famous call, "The slipper still fits," is that the slipper doesn't fit anymore. You guys have morphed from Cinderella now to major powerhouse. And I'm just wondering, does it bother you when guys like me still refer to Gonzaga as a mid-major?
I kind of compartmentalize things. That just goes into my, I slide that over to, I guess he doesn't really know what he's talking about, and so then I just kind of filter into other things, even though you do on a variety of subjects. But when you make a statement like that, I just kind of slide it over to that side. And no, people sometimes like to put things into a box, I guess, and I don't think you can put Gonzaga into a box. I don't think it really fits. You know, our league is very much a mid-major league, and certainly the success over the last 11, 12 years, compares, I'd compare it to, anyone outside of maybe, a Duke and a Carolina and somebody on those levels.
Now, the head coach back in 1999, of course, was Dan Monson, who left to take a job at the University of Minnesota, made some good money, but after a few years, 7 years, 6.5 years there, they did not get back to the NCAA tournament. He lost his job. Now he's at Long Beach State. I know, Mark, you've had your opportunities over the years to move on to a program in a power conference. Does Dan's experience kind of serve as a cautionary tale for you that makes you sort of more inclined to stay right where you are?
I did sit back and watch Dan and some of my other good friends as they moved up to maybe some BCS league type situations, and you've been up here. And when I do get other coaches up here, they see what a unique situation, what a great situation we have here with our community, the support we get. There's not another pro franchise or a major pro franchise in town, so the Zags are it. The quality of life that I have up here, as you know, is something that I very much cherish. Being able to get out in the Northwest and fly fish and recreate, and my family very much enjoys it, as both myself and my wife are from up here. So it's a great situation.
Well, let's talk about this year's team now. Let's take a look at your tournament resume as brought to you by theladders.com, and obviously a very good basketball team. Mark, you've had talented teams over the years, but this team seems to me like it's a little bit tougher both mentally and physically. Is that fair to say?
Oh, I think at times you could say that. I think at times maybe not the case, as our youth kind of can sometimes hold us back from maybe being able to execute both on the defensive end and the offensive end at the highest level we need to. We're really, really young, and as we're working our way through now into February, we got to understand that night in and night out, especially in our league, if we don't bring it, we're every team's Super Bowl some of the young guys are having the normal ups and downs that you usually have as you get into league play. But we've been rock solid with our top three guys. Have been very consistent. With Matt Bolden, who's having a phenomenal senior year. Stephen Gray, and then obviously everybody's been talking about Elias Harris.
Well, Mark, listen, Gonzaga basketball is just truly one of the great stories in sports. It's amazing what you all have done out there. Best of luck this season, and thanks for being on the show, okay?
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right.
Great talking with you.
Gonzaga coach Mark Few. A reminder, this Saturday